My dear friends, this is Dr. B. Dr. B today back with a new episode to make you healthy and age gracefully. Today, Dr. B wants to talk to you about an article that I read just yesterday in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, regarding the so-called high quality carbohydrates. So a group of researchers, right, from Harvard University gathered with a group of researchers at the Tufts University, and they published in the Journal of the American Association, right, American Medical Association, Journal of the American Medical Association, their findings regarding the health benefits, right, the massive health benefits of these so-called high quality carbohydrates. So basically they have given a group of people high quality carbohydrates, right, unrefined carbohydrates, and they have observed that compared to people who don't have any of those or who eat not high quality, means refined carbohydrates, those who eat high quality carbohydrates are doing way better in terms of longevity, lower mortality, lower risk of diabetes, lower risk of stroke, cardiovascular diseases, blah, 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 blah. Now, just for you to remember, white bread is what we call processed food, right? It's called refined bread, refined carbohydrate, right? Just like white rice. On the other side, whole wheat bread and brown rice, right? Whole wheat pasta. These are unrefined, so-called high quality carbohydrates, right? Now, think about how crazy this is. These researchers publishing their study, right, in a medical journal, use the term high quality carbohydrates, right? And of course, if you go online, in the health websites and blah, 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 people take that study and publish it online and say, oh, look at that. The Harvard Medical School and Tufts University School of Public Health, they have found out that if people eat high quality carbohydrates, they're going to live a long life, have a low risk of stroke, heart attack, colon cancer, blah, 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 blah. Now, what these idiots fail to understand is that there is no high quality carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is carbohydrate, whether it comes from table sugar or refined whole wheat bread or white bread or brown rice or white rice or whole wheat pasta or refined wheat pasta. Carbohydrate is carbohydrate. It is nasty for you. It's a poison for you after a certain age, right? What is healthy in whole wheat is not the carbohydrate, is all the other nutrients that come with that carbohydrate. So they say, oh, another example of high quality carbohydrates is fruits and vegetables, right? Okay, and of course beans and blah, blah, blah. But those carbohydrates that you find in fruits and vegetables are not healthy. What makes fruits and vegetables and beans healthy is not the carbohydrate. It is what comes in addition to the carbohydrates, the vitamins, the minerals, the antioxidants, the dietary fibers, right? So this idiot using the term healthy, high quality carbohydrates are just fooling the people and making people eat more healthy bread, healthy pasta, healthy fruits and vegetables. So in addition to getting all these nutrients and vitamins and minerals that do exist in unrefined, unprocessed wheat, right? Whole wheat, whole grains, right? Brown rice, right? Whole wheat pasta. These are full of vitamins, minerals, antioxidant. But the problem is that they come with sugars, carbohydrates, and it doesn't exist. High quality carbohydrates do not exist. It's a bad term. It's a bad terminology. It's a misnomer. They should never ever have used that terminology. So if you go online and you Google high quality carbohydrates, it is a misnomer. It is a bad term to choose for unrefined wheat. It is a bad term to choose for whole grains. It is a bad term to choose for whole wheat pasta, right? So if you buy whole wheat bread, right, the whole wheat bread, not the white bread, the whole wheat bread contains a huge amount of carbs, carbohydrates, right? Starch. It's a type of carbohydrates that we call starch, right? But in addition to that starch, that carbohydrate contains a huge amount of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, right? Those are the ones that are beneficial in the whole wheat, right? In that whole wheat bread that you eat, the carbohydrates are not good for you, except when you're young, when you're a teenager, when you're a kid, you're growing, except when you're an adult and every day you go running, biking, hiking, playing soccer, you go to the gym and you buff up, right? Buffing up like that every freaking day, 2 or 3 hours, become muscular. Okay, you come home, you have some whole wheat pasta, you have some whole wheat grains, you have some whole wheat bread, you have some beans and everything, so that in addition to the carbohydrates that give you huge amount of energy, you also get the good nutrients, right? But when you are a certain age, like me, my sister, most of my family member, carbohydrates are not good for you, whichever form they come up with, right? So whether it's brown sugar or whether it's brown sugar or white sugar, whether it's brown rice or white rice, whether it's whole wheat or refined wheat, it doesn't matter. The carbohydrate, the sugars that are in these foods are bad for you. So this idiot using a bad terminology, giving incentive to people like my sister and huge amount of people that I see every day at the clinic, right? I work in a cardiovascular clinic. I see every day people with diabetes, high blood pressure, being overweight. If they're not overweight, they are obese. If they aren't obese, they are overtly obese, right? And the guy swears to God, listen, doc, I swear to God, I eat healthy food. I eat my 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. I have replaced white bread with whole wheat bread. I have replaced white pasta with whole wheat pasta. My wife no longer cooks white rice. She cooks only brown rice and I eat a lot of beans and blah, blah, blah. Okay, all of that is very healthy. Fruits, vegetables, whole wheat grain, whole wheat pasta, brown rice. Okay, but the problem is that in addition to giving you these vitamins and nutrients and antioxidants that you need, they bring you a massive amount of carbohydrates. And those carbohydrates are not good for you, right? It's just because you're 60 years old, you're 65, you're 70, you're 75, you're 80, or you're 45, and your body doesn't need any more carbohydrates. Like when you were 20 years old and you were constantly going out and playing soccer with your friend, or biking and hiking, constantly going to the gym, constantly swimming, biking, everything. You're not doing that anymore. You're a 45-year-old man sitting behind a desk, and you think you eat healthy because you're eating these so-called high-quality carbohydrates, but you're eating just carbohydrates. What makes them high quality is all the rest of stuff that they come up with. But the carbohydrates themselves are not good for you. Do you understand what I mean? So these stupid researchers, when they published their studies about the health benefit of whole wheat, right, whole unrefined carbohydrates, they should have mentioned to regular people like you who don't understand medicine, like Dr. B in medicine for 30 plus years, right? They should have mentioned that all forms, no exception, whether it's glucose, fructose, galactose, lactose, amylose, any form of carbohydrates, whether they are simple carbohydrates or complex carbohydrates, are not good for you after a certain age. They become a toxic poison, and they just go into your body and they become fat, and then you complain why you have love handles, why you cannot get rid of your belly fat and your visceral fat. And when you have diabetes, cholesterol, blah, 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 high blood pressure, why your body mass index is rising. Oh, but my doctor says I'm eating healthy. Okay, but in the healthy food that you are eating, there is these nasty carbohydrates that your body doesn't need anymore, because you don't need that much energy anymore, right? Guys, remember, carbohydrates, whether simple or complex, are full of energy, right? So they are good when we're young. When we're exercising constantly, we burn them. But when you're a certain age, I'm 50 years young right now, no carbohydrate at all. I don't eat any sugar, no sugar, right? Nothing, no amylose, no starch, no bread, no pasta, no nothing, because they are full of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, right? Look at the example of fruits. Fruits are so healthy, right? Fruits and vegetables, right? They bring you vitamins, nutrients. They bring you huge amount of antioxidants, right? The problem is that they come up with also a huge amount of carbohydrates, right? Sugar, for God's sake. So a banana is not high quality carbohydrate, right? A banana has carbohydrate, right, which is bad for you after a certain age. But what comes with the carbohydrates in the banana, the potassium, the vitamins, the mineral, blah, 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 those are what make a banana healthy. The sugar in a banana doesn't make you healthy. The sugar in an apple doesn't make you healthy, just gives you the energy. But then when you're a certain age, you just don't need that sugar anymore, right? Because you're sitting behind the desk, you don't go to the gym anymore, your belly is bulging up, and you're not interested in doing anything else than watching TV, sitting behind the computer. And then you come to our cardiovascular clinic and you tell me that, I swear to God, I eat fruits and vegetables and legumes and beans and blah, blah, blah. I don't eat any junk food. But you forget to mention that in all that food supposedly healthy, there's a huge amount of carbohydrates, sugars. Carbohydrates equals sugars, whether it's complex sugars like starch or simple sugars like the sugar that you find in honey, the sugar that you find, the table sugar, right? These are simple sugars, right? So I wanted to inform you that there are other ways to eat healthy nutrients and vitamins and minerals and potassiums and everything, right? Than sitting down and eating 5 servings of fruits and vegetables and eating a ton of brown rice. And of course, what these people don't tell the people is that how much is enough, right? I mean, it's okay to say, well, look, the scientific study from Harvard has shown that it is healthy to eat brown rice. It is healthy to eat whole wheat bread. So what are you going to do? You're going to do like my sister. You're going to sit down in the morning, have big 5 slices of whole wheat bread. You know, this brown bread that she loves to buy, very expensive, right? She eats 5 of them. She puts her freaking fat-free cheese, and then she puts honey. Oh, the doctor said honey is healthy. Honey is very healthy. The problem is the sugar in the honey that is not healthy, right? And then she swallows an orange juice, right? So orange juice is super healthy, but the problem, the sugar in orange juice is not healthy, right? And then after that, she eats a banana. Bananas are super healthy when you're young, but the sugar that is in the banana is not good for you after a certain age. My sister, she's 55. She has diabetes, high blood pressure. She's overweight. She cannot lose her tummy, her love handles. And then at the end of her breakfast, she already swallowed 2,000 calories of so-called healthy food, healthy, high-quality carbohydrates. No, it's not true. You didn't eat high-quality carbohydrates. You ate high-quality food, right? But unfortunately, that high-quality food came with a massive amount of carbohydrates that gave you all these calories that you're never going to burn during the day, right? So please, my dear friends, my dear fellow citizens, I love you. Dr. B has been in medicine for 30 plus years. Dr. B loves medicine. Dr. B read the latest medical journals every freaking days, right? To keep in touch with the latest medical discoveries, treatment, medication, procedures, blah, 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 right? So that I stay at the top of my knowledge and skills, and I stay the best doctor you can ever find. Guys, I love you regardless of your age, gender, politics, blah, 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 blah. I'm color, race, gender, blah, 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 blind, right? But please listen to me. After a certain age, it doesn't exist healthy, high-quality carbohydrates. Carbohydrate is carbohydrates, right? It's like saying oxygen, right? Healthy oxygen and not healthy oxygen. But what do you mean? Oxygen is oxygen, right? O2, right? You take 2 atoms of oxygen, right? 1 atom of oxygen, another atom of oxygen. You bond them together with a double bond, like that, a double bond. It becomes a molecule of oxygen. I am now breathing oxygen, right? 21% of the air that I'm breathing right now contains oxygen. There is no good oxygen or bad oxygen. It is freaking oxygen. So there is no high quality carbohydrate, also called sugars, and bad quality or low quality carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is carbohydrate. Water is water, H2O. If I fill up a bottle full of water, H2O, and nothing else, it's just H2O, 2 atoms of hydrogen, bonded to a molecule of oxygen, or to an atom of oxygen, one atom of oxygen, two atoms of hydrogen, and my bottle is 100% pure water. That's water, right? There's no bad water and good water, of course, unless there's something more to it. Means you put poison and toxin and arsenic and lead and blah, blah, blah into that water. But if you take a bottle of 100% pure water, it is water. What do you mean? What do they mean when they say high quality carbohydrates? These are idiots. Guys, do not get fooled. They use the bad term, and people like you need to understand there are no good high quality carbohydrates. After a certain age, you need to get rid of any carbohydrate, or eat a little bit, right? Eat a little bit, because you're 50, 60, 70, 80, or you're 45, you're 50, 55, and you're not active anymore. Look at your belly already growing. You've got love handle. You want to get rid of them. And then you complain why your body mass index is increasing. You cannot get rid of your diabetes. My sister cannot get rid of her diabetes because she keeps eating this so-called healthy carbohydrate, high quality. She sits down for lunch. She eats a whole bowl of whole wheat brown pasta or whole freaking brown rice. That brown pasta, that brown rice is full of freaking carbohydrate. Although everything else, that whole wheat pasta, the rest, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants are healthy for her. The sugar that she gets with it, the carbohydrates, is a nasty poison. That's why she cannot get rid of her diabetes, high blood pressure. She cannot decrease her weight and everything, right? Guys, do like Dr. B. Starting a few years ago, I cut back completely on every sugar. No complex sugar, no simple sugars, right? I eat the Atkins diet, low carb diet, keto diet, whatever you want to call it, right? I get all my dietary fibers, nutrients, vitamins, minerals from other things like beans, like nuts. No sugar, no salt, right, in my nuts. I get also all my nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and dietary fibers from tomato paste, right? From cocoa powder, right? From my protein powder. My protein powder, 100% protein, brings me all the protein that I need. I don't need anything else, right? Antioxidant is in healthy tea, different kinds of teas, but again, no milk, no sugar, no nothing, right, in my tea, and no caffeine after 12 o'clock. I mean, for me, sometimes you can go, but for me, caffeine after 12 o'clock, no good. And then coffee, my God, coffee, healthy coffee, plain coffee, no sugar, no milk, no garbage in it. So good for you, so much antioxidants, right? So many vitamins, nutrients. I get one little pill of fish oil supplement, right? I get my vitamin D, my nutrients, multivitamins, blah, blah, blah. Nothing in excess. But like that, I zip the mouth, no more carb. Right? No more carbohydrates because my body doesn't need it. I'm 50 years young, right? My body doesn't need it, right? And of course, I also eat peanut butter, olive oil, walnut oil, unrefined, right? My peanut butter, pure 100%, no sugar, no salt, no hydrogenated fat. It brings me all the nutrients, all the vitamins, all the dietary fibers that I need. Why am I going to eat that stupid brown rice and at the same time get all this carbohydrate, develop love handle and a big belly? Why am I going to sit down and eat freaking whole wheat bread, right, which is very healthy, except for the carbohydrates, right, that they call high quality? No, they're not. All right, carbohydrates is carbohydrate. So I don't eat freaking bread. I don't eat pasta. I don't eat freaking rice. I stay away from these poisons at my age. When I was younger, oh my God, I was eating pasta, rice, bread, constantly all the time. But my metabolism has changed. I'm no longer the same person. My body doesn't need this huge amount of food, right? So my portion in the morning, my breakfast is tiny. My lunch is just a snack. My dinner is just a snack. My God, guys, my belly is flat. I have no love handle. Zero fat, right? I take the ultrasound probe, zero visceral fat, right? I check my heart with the ultrasound probe. I'm an ultrasound expert, right? With the ultrasound probe, I check my heart, my liver, my kidney, my thyroid, my carotid artery, my aorta, my bladder, my prostate, every freaking thing is mint, and I'm 50 years old, and I can run faster than a 20-year-old. I can swim faster than a 20-year-old. I can lift heavier than a 20-year-old. I look better than all my family members, 10 times better. I look better than my 10 times younger nieces and nephew who are already unhealthy, overweight, obese, and blah, 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 right? It works. I swear to God, it works. Guys, do like Dr. B. Follow Dr. B. Dr. B loves you. Dr. B is not here to sell you any garbage, fake stuff, fake remedies, to BS you. I didn't go into medical school for the money or the glory. I'm here because I love you and I care for you. Please remember, there is no healthy or unhealthy carbohydrates, right? Carbohydrates are called sugars. There are different types, right? Complex, simple, blah, blah, and they're everywhere. Every freaking where you find them, right? There is no healthy, high-quality carbs. Carbs is carbs. It's poison after a certain age again, right? So find different ways to get your vitamins, nutrients, oligo elements and all this stuff, so that you don't have to rely on that freaking bread, pasta, rice, fruits and vegetables, massive 5 times per day. My sister, I am eating 5 servings of fruits and vegetable, morning, afternoon, in the evening with her husband. They come back from work. Oh, look at that, I'm gonna make pasta, whole wheat pasta. They sit down and then they eat with bread, whole wheat bread. Just for the dinner, they eat 3,000 calories. Oh, but it was healthy food. No, it was not. You packed your belly with thousands of calories of carbohydrates. Everything else you ate was healthy, right? Everything else she ate was healthy, but the carbohydrates in her whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, brown rice was not healthy. And then she sits down, she eats a glass of apple juice full of freaking sugar, and she's 55 years old. She wonders how come she cannot lose her belly and her belly fat and visceral fat. I love you guys. Please follow my advice for healthy aging. Do not get fooled by what you read online. It's just crazy. And that's what pissed me off when I read that article. I had to come talk to you guys. I love you. I really do. I care for you. Get back to me down there if you have any questions. I promise I will get back to you. It might take time, but I will. I'm so busy with work every day, 8 to 10 hours of work, and I love it. And then I have to sleep 9 hours a night religiously to be super healthy, to keep my brain sharp. And also I have to go to the gym 2 hours a day, right? It doesn't leave a lot of time, right? But I will. I love you. May God bless you all for your viewership. I really appreciate it. I know you're there.